Control of DC motors by using choppers. Okay. So here choppers are used you already studied in power electronics. Okay. So chopper is a fixed DC to variable DC converter. Am I right? Okay. Choppers are used to get variable DC voltage from a DC source of fixed voltage. Am I right? Fixed DC to that is called fixed DC to variable DC converter. Choppers. So chopper is just like a transformer. Okay, DC transformer. Okay. So DC to DC converter. It's just like transformer. So step up or step down the voltage can be done by using this chopper. Okay. So chopper is a self-commutated devices. Self-commutated devices. Okay, that is called MOSFETs, IGBTs, power transistors, and GTOs. Okay, gate turn up resistors. So these are all the devices, electronic devices, MOSFETs, power transistors, IGBTs, GTOs, and IGCs are used for building choppers because of their they can be commutated by low power control signals and do not need commutation circuit. Okay, but in a thyristors, commutation circuit is required to not turn off the device. But here, the commutation circuit is not required to turn off these devices. Okay, these are the self-commutated devices. IGBT, MOSFET, GTO, IGC, these are the so electronic devices, this power devices. Okay, so self-commutated devices such as MOSFETs, power transistors, IGBT, GTO. So these are the are used for building of choppers because they can be commutated, okay, by low power control signal, and do not need commutation circuits. Commutation circuits are not required and can be operated high frequency for same rating. High frequency, these are all devices that can be operated in high frequency. Understood? And next, chopper offers a number of advantages. This choppers offers a number of advantages over a controlled rectifier for a DC motor control in open loop and closed loop configurations. Understood? The choppers offer more number of advantages for a controlled rectifier for a DC motors control. So open loop and closed loop configurations. Understood? And the operation at high frequency, the operation of this devices at high frequency improves motor performance. Okay, so improves motor performance by reducing the current ripples. We know well this current ripples are inversely proportional to the frequency. Am I right? Current ripples is inversely proportional to the frequency. These devices are operating at high frequency. Okay, at operation at high frequencies improves the motor performance by reducing the current ripples. Okay, because the reduction in armature current ripple reduces in machine losses and it's dereading, eliminating the discontinuous conduction. So these are the different type of advantages of this chopper control regulation. Okay, and this elimination of discontinuous conduction region improves the speed regulation and the transient response of the drive. Okay, elimination of discontinuous conduction region improves the speed regulation and the transient response of this drive. So this is some introduction about choppers and also some advantages of the choppers are advantages of using choppers in the speed control of DC motors are high efficiency, okay, high efficiency and flexible in control and light in weight and small in size, okay, and quick response and regeneration down to very low space. Also, these are the different advantages of the chopper control. Okay. So this is about some simple introduction about the chopper control of choppers, and then coming to the types of DC chopper drives. Types of DC chopper drives. Here there are three types of DC chopper drives. First one is a single quadrant chopper drives. Single quadrant chopper drives, and then second one two quadrant chopper drives, and then four quadrant chopper. These are the different types of chopper drives. So one by one, so we will discuss the concept about single quadrant chopper drives and two quadrant chopper drives and four quadrant chopper drives. Okay, these are the different types of chopper drives. Understood? And then first Here our main missions are nothing but the separately excited DC mission and a DC series motor, not separately excited DC motor and a DC series motor. Okay, so by using choppers, so we have to control the separately excited DC motor and DC series motor. So chopper control of separately excited DC motor. First, we have to discuss under single quadrant chopper bells. Under single quadrant chopper bells, first concept that is called chopper control of separately excited DC motor. Okay, chopper control of separately excited DC motor. So chopper control of separately excited DC motor. In this is called separately excited DC motor. Okay, this is a excitation separate. Okay, but this armature winding and this connected to the chopper like this. This is called chopper. Okay, transistor type. Okay, that is called BJT or power transistors like that. Okay, so generally for electric traction, okay, electric traction. So main motor is nothing but the series motor. Okay, for electric traction, so series motor generally used because of high starting torque. Understood? Because of high starting torque, the series motors are used generally. But in past, in this past previous years, no olden days, series motors was used in traction. Okay, series motor was used in traction because it has high starting torque, am I right? And it has the number of limitations. Okay, series, if we are using the series motor, it is having some number of limitations. The field of the series motor cannot be controlled easily by static means. Okay, this is one of the disadvantages of this is series motor. That is called the field of the series motor cannot be controlled easily by static means. Okay, if field control is not employed, the series motor must be designed with base speed is equal to the higher the desired speed of the drive. Okay, so that means if you want to control the speed of the field of the DC series motor, that is well the relation N is equal to EB by pi. The flux can be controlled. So the very less value. I mean below above rated speed means the flux control. That's called field current must be very less. Okay, then only the flux is less and then speed will be high. That means above base speed only this series motor controlled by controlling the field. Okay, so this is some disadvantage, difficult method for field control of the DC series motor. So the higher base speeds are obtained using fewer turns in field windings. Okay, fewer turns in field windings. Higher base speed obtained by using fewer turns in field winding. Okay, this reduces the torque per ampere at zero low speeds. Okay, that's why presently separately excited motors also used for traction. This separately excited motor also used for traction because of its limitations. In series motor, okay, separately excited motors are now preferred even for traction applications also. Okay, nowadays separately excited motors are used for traction applications. Understand? So this is why separately excited motor is used as a traction. So this is the reason. Okay, so some difficulties are facing series motor. So that is the field control problem. That's why. So separately excited motor is also so used for controlling of these. Okay, and here chopper control of separately excited DC motor in this. First, so we have to discuss motoring control, motoring applications. If this chopper control separately excited motor, so it is operated under motoring operation. So what happened? Okay. So first we have to discuss and concentrating on motoring applications. These are the waveform of motor terminal voltage VA and armature current IA for continuous connection. Okay, continuous connection mode only. So we are not discussing not discontinuous connection mode. So only continuous connection mode. So the waveform of motor terminal voltage VA. This is called VA and armature current IA. So for continuous connection, so your lower limit is called IA1 and the upper limit is called IA2. Okay, so lower limit is IA1 and upper limit is called IA2. So in the 0 to T on region, that is chopper is turned on, and T on to T, chopper is turned on. Okay, so 0 to T on chopper is turned on, and T on to T chopper is turned on. That means in this turn on during turn on condition, the armature current is increases to IA2. Upper limit is called IA2, lower limit is called IA1. Okay, so this is called starting chopper on stage. This is called chopper off stage. T on to T period is called off time period of the chopper, and 0 to T on is called on time period of the chopper. So first we have to discuss motoring control. Okay, so motoring control, in this motoring control, okay, this motoring operation of this some chopper control separate exit motor. So in this try to consider current limit control used in this chopper. Current limit control inside of this drive, there is a current limit control used in chopper. Okay, you know this advantage of the current limit control. Okay, you know the performance, how to operate the current limit control. Okay, so I'm already explained by using black diagram means current limit control. Okay, current limit control chopper is used. Okay, so in current limit control, in this current limit control, the load current is allowed to vary between two given limits. So that is called so two given limits means IA1 and IA2. Okay, the load current is allowed to vary between two given limits, that is IA1 and IA2. Okay, upper limit and lower limits. Upper limit IA2 and the lower limit is called IA1. Okay, the on and off times of the chopper is adjusted automatically. The on and off times of the chopper adjust automatically when the current is increases behind the upper limit, that is called IA2. When the current is limit is increases above the upper limit. When the current is increases beyond the upper limit, that is called IA2. When the current is increases beyond the upper limit, that is called IA2. The chopper is turned off. Okay, when the current is increases to above this region. Okay, so here IA1 to IA2. Thus, when the current is increases behind the upper limit, this is called behind the upper limit is called IA2. When the current is increases behind the upper limit, chopper is turned off. That's called here up to here key on also. Chopper is turned off, and the load current freewheels and starts decrease. So like this, the lower current freewheels. So that means by using freewheeling there. So this by using freewheeling there. So the load current freewheels and start to decrease the current. Start to decrease the current armature current. That is like this. Okay, understood. So when it falls below the lower limit, when it falls below the lower limit, that's called IA1. When the armature current falls below the lower limit, it's called IA1. When the armature current IA1 falls below the lower limit, is called IA1. Okay, the chopper is turned on again. Understood? Then chopper is turned on again. So because of that, chopper is turned on means here. Chopper is turned on means so supply is connected to the DC motor, and then so armature current is increases. So armature current is increases like this. That means during this period 0 to T on or T2, so some this period 0 to T on, chopper is turned on. Okay, that means the current is increases to lower limit to upper limit, IA1 to IA2. This current is increases up. When the current exceeds the upper limit, okay. So when current is exceeds the upper limit, that is called current IA2. So the current limiter, so turn off the chopper automatically. Turn off the chopper automatically when the current is increases to above the IA2. The current limiter stop the chopper, turn off the chopper when current exceeds IA2. That means the current freewheels, okay, the load current freewheels and start to decrease, okay, by using the freewheeling leader. So like this, the load current is decrease and freewheels like this. The load current is freewheels and decrease. So the load current IA is decreasing like this. So in this media, this region T on to D, chopper is turned off. In this region 0 to T on, chopper is turned on. When the current limit IA, the armature current limit is comes to the lower limit. Okay, that is called IA1. So when here this current limiter turn on the chopper automatically, then current is increases like this now. But in this way, this chopper is controlling the DC motor. So understood. So you know, well, this lower ripple current, this is called IA1 and IA2. This is called ripple changes in current. That is called delta I. Okay, lower the ripple current means the higher chopping frequency. Am I right? Higher chopping frequency, that means lower the ripple current. So you know the relation that is called changing current delta I is inversely proportional to the frequency. So delta L is equal to VSD by 4 FL F into L. That type of relations are already studied in power currents. Delta IL is equal to VSD by 4 FL. So here delta L is called change in the current, that is called ripple current, is inversely proportional to the frequency. That's a chopping frequency. When the higher frequency means lower the ripple current. Okay, higher the frequency means lower the ripple current. By this switching losses increases. Okay, switching losses increases. Okay, discontinuous conduction avoided in this case. Discontinuous conduction is avoided in this case for higher chopping frequency. Okay, the current limit control is a superior one. Okay, current limit control is a superior one. So because of it is automatically turn off the chopper. Turn on or turn off the chopper. When the current limit is exceed the IA2, then chopper current limiter control, current limiter coming to picture and turn off the chopper. When the current is, decreases low, comes to the lower limit, again the current limiter coming to picture and turn on the chopper like this. So like this, this ripples can be controlled by using current limiter. That's why this is one of the current limiter control is a superior one. Understand? During on period chopper, during on period, that is called 0 to T on chopper. That is a duty interval between 0 less than or equal to T less than or equal to T on. 0 less than or equal to T less than or equal to T on in this region. Okay, motor terminal voltage is VA. So motor terminal voltage is called so VA, that is called armature voltage VA. Is source voltage is called VS. Source voltage is called VS, and armature current is called IA1 to IA. Armature current is called IA1 to IA. So the operation is described with some mathematical derivations like this. Okay, try to consider here. So during turn on conditions, that means 0 less than or equal to T less than or equal to T on. In this period, chopper is turned on. Okay, so 0 less than T less than T on in this region, the chopper is turned on. So that's why this is the EMF equation. Okay, equation of this. So here IA into RA, okay, and LA into DI by dt plus EB is equal to supply voltage. No? So because of this chopper is turned on, this chopper, so this device is turned on. Because of that, VS is equal to so IA into RA plus LA into DI by dt plus EB. Am I right? So this is the equation. So IA into RA plus LA into DI by dt plus EB is equal to VS. So in this region, 0 less than or equal to T less than or equal to T on. Understood? Chopper is turned off at T is equal to T on. At T is equal to T on. At T is equal to T on. The chopper is turned off. Am I right? During off period, chopper, that is a freewheeling interval. Am I right? During off period, chopper is turned off means so freewheeling. So like this. So this chopper is turned off means it's open circuit. So the source is not connected here. So this current freewheels to the freewheeling there. During off period, chopper, that is called freewheeling interval. That is a time period in between T on to T. T on less than or equal to T less than or equal to T on T. In this region, this freewheeling diode conducts means it's short circuiting. So that's why supply voltage is equal to 0. Okay. So if the freewheeling diode is connecting means there is a short circuit between these two terminals. That means this VS is equal to 0. So and also this is turned off. Okay, and then motor current freewheeling through the diode DF and the motor terminal voltage V is 0. Okay, so likewise that's why. So VA is equal to 0, VS is equal to 0. Okay, and also VA terminal voltage VA is also 0 because of this freewheeling diode is turned on. So once this freewheeling diode is turned on, the motor terminal voltage is 0, short circuited. Okay, that's why this equation is like this. So IA into RA plus LE into DI by dt plus EB is equal to 0. During off period, turn off, chopper is turned off period. This is the I into RA plus LE into DI by dt plus EB is equal to 0. This is called off time period. T on less than or equal to T less than or equal to T. Understood? So from the output waveform, so in this output waveform, 0 to Tn, 0 to Tn in this region, chopper is turned on. That's why. So the average output voltage is called VA. So VA is equal to 1 by T integral 0 to Tn Vs into dt. Okay, Vs by T into integral 0 to Tn into dt. Apply integration and then you will get VA is equal to delta times of Vs. So Tn by Tt is called Tn by T. On time nearby total time is called dt cycle. Okay, on time nearby Tn nearby T. That's called Tn nearby Tn plus T out. Otherwise, okay, Tn by T is also called as a duty cycle. No? That's why VA is equal to delta times of Vs. Understood? So VA is called duty cycle. So on time period nearby total time. That's Tn nearby T. It's also called as alpha. Okay, otherwise alpha that's called duty cycle. Okay, both ways it is possible to some are indicated alpha is called firing angle. I mean duty cycle. Some books delta is taken as a duty cycle. So first here delta is called duty cycle. So the on period here by total time period Tn by T. So don't consider alpha because of already is taken as a notation for firing angle. So consider delta. Okay. Then VA is equal to well for motor EB plus IA into RA. VA is equal to EB plus IA into RA. So VA is equal to delta times of VS, substitute here, and then EB plus IA into RA. Okay, and simplify IA is equal to delta times of VS. IA is equal to delta VS minus EB divided by RA. IA is equal to delta VS minus EB divided by RA. You know the relation EB back came of motor. EB is equal to Km into omega, and then also torque is equal to Km into IA. Then IA is equal to torque divided by Km, and EB is equal to Km into omega. Okay, so EB is equal to V minus IA. So EB is equal to Km into omega. Here Km into omega is equal to V minus IA into IA. And then Km into omega is equal to V minus torque divided by Km, motor constant. So substitute IA here, and the torque T divided by Km into RA. Then omega m is equal to V divided by Km minus T divided by Km square into RA. So omega m is equal to delta V divided by Km minus RA divided by Km square into T. So this is the expression with respect to the speed and torque, and also duty cycle of the separate excited decimal chopper control separately excited decimal. So omega m is equal to delta V divided by Km minus RA into divided by Km square. Okay. So the nature of this speed torque characteristics I will show in some figure. So later I will show you this. You can easily understand this characteristics. Okay. So by using this expression, and next this is about motoring mode. Okay. So motoring applications of separately excited decimal.